This is the Italian Citizenship Podcast, hosted by Marco Permunian and Rafael Di Furia.
Hello there, and welcome to another edition of the Italian Citizenship Podcast, presented by Italiancitizenship.com. Of course, we are back at it again with Italian attorney Marco Permunian. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great, thank you. And in this episode, we wanted to speak about an update to the fee structure for getting Italian citizenship by descent and also through a court case. So Marco, let's just jump straight into this. And can you tell us a little bit about what's been happening towards the end of last year and how that's going to be affecting things going on?
Towards the end of the year, the government approved the budget law, which is approved every year, roughly on the 31st of December. And every year they make changes to fees that the governmental offices apply to several types of situations. And of course, in this video, we're going to address the fee changes that we have seen regarding citizenship applications. So first of all, people who are applying for citizenship by descent through an Italian consulate in the US will have to pay a fee, which is now going to be 600 euros per adult. Now, the law does refer to adults, so adult applicants, meaning that if you have minor children, they will be included in your application as long as you provide their birth certificates, and they will receive citizenship together with you, but they don't have to pay any money to apply for Italian citizenship by descent. On the other hand, adult applicants will have to submit a fee of 600 euros on the day in which the application is submitted. Now, the fee will need to be paid in dollars, and you will need to check the website of the Italian consulate to make sure that you pay the exact fee in US dollars based on the conversion rate, which is updated by the consulate every 3 months. So again, make sure that you double check the website of the consulate before you submit any payment, because the fee is updated, or rather the conversion rate is changed by the consulate every 3 months. Now, the fee needs, generally speaking, to be paid through a money order. So you need to purchase a money order if you live in the US in the amount of whatever is stated by the consulate, and the money order needs to be included among the documents that you submit to the consulate as part of your citizenship application process. Now, we have said it in other videos, in some cases, you no longer have to meet with the consulate depending on which consulate you're using to apply for citizenship, because after the health emergency, consulates started to remove in-person appointments completely, and they have replaced in-person appointments with either a phone call or a video call, or you have to mail in your application on the day of your appointment. So be sure to check, of course, the guidelines that are published on the website of the consulate. If you are one of our clients, we will be telling you exactly what to do. But like I said, the fee as of January 1st of 2025 is 600 euros payable in US dollars via money order per adult applicant. Now, for people who are applying for citizenship through an Italian municipality, they will also be charged by the municipality an amount that can be up to 600 euros. So the budget law does make a distinction between people who are applying for citizenship through a consulate, who have to pay a fee that is equal to 600 euros, and people who are submitting their application through an Italian municipality, who have to pay a fee that is up to 600 euros. And of course, it looks like that the different municipalities, and there are more than 8,000 municipalities in Italy, will have the ability to determine their own fee, which needs to be up to 600 euros per adult for citizenship by descent application processes. Of course, only people who decide to establish their residency in Italy will have the ability to submit their application through an Italian municipality. We have talked about the process of applying for citizenship directly in Italy through an Italian municipality extensively in other videos. So, of course, we encourage people who are interested in applying for citizenship by descent via an Italian municipality to check the many videos that we have released on this channel. But in short, it is possible to basically establish a residency in Italy with the purpose of applying for citizenship by descent without the need to acquire any visa. So you can just travel to Italy with the purpose of filing your application in an Italian municipality and apply for citizenship there, and you will be granted automatically a residency permit that will allow you to live in Italy for the duration of the process. And like we just said, the fee to apply for citizenship through an Italian municipality can be up to 600 euros. It only applies to adults, so minors. They don't have to pay any citizenship fee, and they will be included in the parents' application. It's basically similar to what happens to applications that are filed by adults at an Italian consulate in the US.
Very interesting, Marco. And when you're saying that the fee could be up to 600 euros, what would be the decision that's made there? Is it based on the specific municipality, the specific town hall itself, that they're choosing something because of X, Y, and Z reasons? Or do they just make up the amount on the spot? Is it something that will be established that it's going to be the same price for everybody? Or, hey, it's $550 for you, we're giving you the special friendly discount, or it's $600 for you, or it's $200 for you? What would things look like, and why would things look like this?
Yeah, so it could be that the determination is made based on the complexity of the case, based on, for example, how many generations you go back, or that each municipality decides their own fee structure depending on internal factors. It's not known yet. We're waiting for the government to release clarifications on this subject, or maybe that will be left up to the single municipalities to decide how to determine their fee. Unfortunately, regarding citizenship applications to be filed in Italy, it's the first time that the government indicates that the fee needs to be or can be up to 600 euros. It previously was always indicated the exact fee. Now, very frequently, the government in Italy has indicated that the fee in different areas can be up to a certain amount, but it's the first time that that happens with regard to applications for citizenship by descent filed in Italy. So we will wait for clarifications from the government, and we'll be sure to update everybody as soon as we have more information.
Well, thank you so much, Marco, for getting into this. And I'm curious, though, since we've spoken about citizenship by descent so far through a town hall, municipality, or through a consulate, what are things looking like for citizenship through a court case, for example, 1948 cases? Has the structure changed there at all? And if so, what are things looking like now?
The budget law did make changes to that as well. And as of 2025, as of January the 1st, the application fee, or rather the filing fee for each petitioner that is named on the lawsuit, that has been changed as well with the budget law. The filing fee for each petitioner is set at 600 euros. So every petitioner will also need to pay 600 euros to file a court case to apply for citizenship by descent, even if the lawsuit is filed jointly by several petitioners.
So then, just for clarification's sake, if somebody is applying through the courts for their Italian citizenship, or petitioning rather, they will pay for the court case for themselves, just one fee. But if they are applying, say, as a family of 12, is it just one fee, or is it a fee per petitioner?
It's a fee per petitioner. So whoever is a petitioner on that case will have to pay the 600 euros fee separately.
Very interesting, Marco. And I'm just curious if this budget law has gone into any other topics. And when it comes to citizenship, are there any other fees which could relate to this process that have been updated?
Like I said before, the budget law is approved every year. And it's, generally speaking, a very, very long law that includes hundreds of provisions regarding various areas of the law, and only 4 articles were regarding citizenship. So the answer is yes, there's one last change that applies to citizenship by descent in this law, which was about hundreds of different fee structures that are applied in general by the public administration, and not only by the public administration, that are regarding different aspects of life in Italy. But to answer your question, there was one last change that applies to people who want to apply for citizenship by descent. And the change is regarding the obtainment of Italian vital records from an Italian municipality. So if you are requesting, or if your attorney is requesting on your behalf, a birth certificate or a marriage certificate, for example, of your ancestor who was born in Italy, or even your own birth certificate or marriage certificate, a fee can be charged by the municipality, but there are several exceptions. So the law indicates that a municipality can charge a fee of up to 300 euros to vital records that are released by the municipalities that are more than 100 years old. So only vital records that are more than 100 years old, or vital records that do not pertain to the person who is making the request. So if you're requesting your own birth certificate or your own marriage certificate, that will be free of charge. But if somebody else is requesting your birth certificate or your marriage certificate on your behalf, then the fee will apply. Also, like I just said, if you are requesting the birth certificate or marriage certificate of your, say, great-grandfather, you will need to pay a fee only if it's more than 100 years old, or if it's less than 100 years old, then you don't have to pay any fee. So if your grandfather was born, for example, in the 30s, if you request his birth certificate, that's going to be free of charge. Or if you request his marriage record and he got married in Italy in the 40s or 50s, that is also going to be free of charge. But on the other hand, if you are requesting your great-grandfather's birth certificate, he was born at the beginning of last century, then you will have to pay the fee. Now, the final most important exception is that if you provide the year of birth and the full name of your ancestor, the 300 euros fee can be reduced at the discretion of the Italian municipality. Of course, the reason behind that is that the municipality has to do less research work to provide you with the record that you have requested if you provide them with accurate information regarding the name and last name and the year of birth.
Well, thank you so much, Marco, for getting into all of this. And just before we finish up the episode, would you mind giving us a quick roundup of the updated fees and what those look like coming into 2025?
Absolutely. In short, the budget law changed the fees for people who are applying for citizenship through an Italian consulate, Italian municipality, or through a court case as follows. People who apply through a consulate will have to pay a fee equal to 600 euros payable in US dollars. And like I said before, the exchange rate is updated by the consulate every 3 months, and it's normally published on their website. People who are applying for citizenship through an Italian municipality will be charged a fee that can be up to 600 euros. And finally, people who are filing the case through the court system will have to pay a 600 euro fee that applies to every petitioner, even if a joint lawsuit is being filed. Finally, people who are requesting vital record documents that are older than 100 years from an Italian municipality will be charged a fee which can be up to 300 euros, but that can be reduced if the exact year of birth and name of the ancestor is provided by the requester.
Well, Marco, thank you so much for making yourself available again to go through all of this and give us these updates. And of course, if anybody is needing help to get Italian citizenship by descent or through court, how can they get in contact with you and your team?
People can contact us through our website, ItalianCitizenshipassistance.com.
Well, absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you're interested in more information like this, be sure that you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, as well as the audio-only podcast. But of course, if you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, that means you're not only subscribed to the Italian Citizenship Podcast, but also Ask the Italian Lawyer, our new project, where we ask Marco very specific, quick questions about various aspects of life in Italy and Italian citizenship, and also the Italian Real Estate Podcast, where we talk about purchasing, renting, and where to do so in Italy and beyond. Of course, if you're interested in more about life abroad and living abroad, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rafael Di Furia, or you can search for Not Your Average Globetrotter on YouTube or your favorite podcasting player of choice. But of course, again, we have been here with Italian attorney Marco Permunian from ItalianCitizenshipAssistance.com. I'm Rafael Di Furia. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we will see you all next time. Later.
Thank you.